Hello, welcome back to Lanmou Tarot, and welcome to my new Leo friends. This is a general reading for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising for the last 2 weeks of April 2019. As usual, Leos, I shuffle off camera and meditate on the energy. I do a little bit more shuffling on camera because I know a lot of people like to see that. And I'll ask you to ground yourself, Leo. Take some deep breath as we ask Spirit to please give us some guidance. Spirit, what message, guidance do you have for Leo friends? Message, guidance for Leo friends. And I'm using the After Tarot for the men reading this time, and the Cosmic Tarot for the clarification if needed. All right, here we go, Leos. And we have the King of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, Hierophant, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Okay. So we have quite a bit of earth energy here. The whole top row is earth energy. As the Hierophant is also the card of Taurus. So if you're dealing with a Taurus, that's of a special importance for you, this reading. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. All right, Leo, let's take a moment here. Okay, so it seems as if, Leo, for some of you, you are of two minds about something. Okay, that's the message I'm channeling through here. What's facing you is the Seven of Swords, but it's not as if, like, I feel like the Seven of Swords is not, it's not someone trying to lie to you or try to deceive you. I feel it's almost like you who cannot see what's in front of you, or who's confused about what's in front of you. And it's not a confusion of delusion either. It's as if you're having, and Leos, you tend to be very confident, at least outwardly, to project yourself in a way like you belong to the world, in the world, right? You're very social, and you're very confident in who you are. But it seems like you're having a moment here as if there's something that's being offered to you, or it's almost like you feel like it's too good to be true. It's as if you're questioning it, thinking someone is setting a trap for you, okay? And with that news there at the bottom, that's what I'm getting here, Leo. It's not so much that someone is actually doing that to you, but what's facing you, it's you overcoming that idea, that mental, almost like little games that you're playing with your own self. But I'll start the reading. I'll start reading the cards here. We start with the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is a king that's very wealthy, right? Was in full command of the material world. The Pentacles deals with career, with material gains, with earthly possessions, right? And we usually see the King of Pentacles has to be the very wealthy king, and here we can see that, right? He has a bull there in front of him. He's not even faced. It's like the bull is his pet. He's just petting the bull. He's just petting the bull, still holding on to his big golden coin there, right? It's as if the bull was an offering, like for to him or whatnot. And it's like you have all the stuff, you know. Yeah, you're being offered more, right? And at the bottom here, we have the Eight of Swords, and you still feel bounded. You still feel restricted. You have all this abundance, and what you're feeling, it's restricted, and perhaps it's just a mental restriction that you've been feeling, Leo. It's like you yourself are restricting yourself, or making you, or making yourself think that you're stuck, that either by that abundance, you know, by your own wealth, or by that career, that you feel like you're stuck, right? And but it seems someone here, this is the after tarot, and there's someone who's coming to release you from that feeling of stuckness, okay? Someone is coming here to release you from whatever it is that making you think. You're in that mind wrap where you're almost like overthinking things, where you're becoming paranoid, okay? Someone here is coming to help you out with this. And they're very gentle about it. He has a smile in his face. You still look concerned here, right? Look at her face. That's you there, Leo. You look concerned, but he has a smile, a gentle smile on his face, okay? And the next card we have is the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of finding balance and sharing, and especially like when it comes to material gain, right? And at first we like to say, like in the regular tarot, we see that means sharing, and we can see the scale, and the scale looks balanced in the regular tarot. Here we only see one side of the scale, okay? We only see one side. There are a couple of people walking away. They've already received theirs. They've already received theirs, and now it's someone else's turn to receive, okay? That older gentleman hunched over, he's holding a wand. He's holding like a cane here to help him walk. His foot is bandaged, he's in bad shape. But sharing is happening. And I see all the time people say, like, there's sometimes with the Six of Wands that there's a sense of like uneven sharing, and sometimes that's needed. Not everyone needs the same amount, okay? Especially if it's you who's doing the giving or someone else that's offering to you. Some people need more than the other. Yes, on that side where the gentleman is receiving, there are 3 pentacles, and here there's only 2. Perhaps each one of those people receive 1 pentacle, and this gentleman is receiving 3. But look at him. Who needs it the most? They're still young, at least younger. They can go out there and find themselves something extra, right? They can supplement that pentacle they're receiving there. But look at him. He's hunched over. He's old, and his foot is a bandage, walking around barefoot. He may need a little bit extra help. So sometimes giving a bit extra to someone else is not always a bad thing. We have to really not get too, stuck in that thinking of like equalness. There's a sense of like we've gone away with it. It's almost like when we think about like equal rights and all of this, there's a sense also with I like to use the word equity, because not everybody needs the most. If you like when they pass those laws and they say a blanket, okay, we're gonna give everyone a tax cut. Well, this multi-billionaire, do they really need a tax cut? Yes, of course they'll accept the extra money. Yes, they're always looking for a way to get my money. Yes, but how much more? Like, you already have 20 billion. An extra 20 million in tax cut, is that really gonna make a change in your life? It's not. I'm sorry, it's just not. But giving that single mother that extra $2,000, that's going to make a big difference in their life. They might take that $2,000 and say, you know what? I've been taking the bus. I'm going to buy myself a secondhand car. Even if it's one down, at least I don't have to go and take the bus. I've been having to go to a laundromat to go do my laundry. I'm going to buy myself a set of washer and dryer. So I don't have to carry these kids, these toddlers around with me to go to a laundromat to go. That's a big difference in someone's life, okay? This extra. So there is a sense when it comes to, we talk about equity, who needs it the most? So it seems like, Leah, you're battling this idea here, okay? And it's almost like it's all happening in your mind in a way. Like, who needs the most help here? Who do you need to give more to, or when should you restrict, when should you give, when should you expand, like, there's a sense of like, you're trying to make those decisions, okay, as you go along here in that second half of April. And perhaps having all that abundance put you in a spotlight where people need from you. People come to you to ask, right? And you're in a position to help out. And sometimes it's not always clear. Perhaps that's why you feel that feeling of like you're stuck mentally, like, oh, what do I do? Like, it's almost like you don't want to carry this wall. Okay, you're having like second thought about having with this wall here. And here we have that Knight of Wands. it's like sometimes people get into money, especially if you didn't grow into money, or your family didn't inherit it. You come into money, the people sometimes feel like the heavy weight of the responsibility that comes with it. There's a sense of that here. But we have that Knight of Wands, and again, this is more help coming your way, Leo. Okay, now we have, this is like the fire card we have here. Okay, full speed ahead. This is like movement is action. I also see the Knight of Wands as a card of like remove an obstacle. He's so passionate, and I don't see impulsiveness so much here as in passion, right? It's so fiery. The Knights are fiery part of the suits, any suits anyway. So the Knight of Wands are like fire on fire. He's so passionate. He's going full speed ahead, okay? So there is a sense as if like there's a sense of like whatever obstacle was in your way, you feel like you are moving, you're gonna release any of those being released from that mental thing of feeling stuck. It seems like once you release from that, to feel like, oh, I'm bound to that throne. I have to sit there on that throne and receive and pet my bull, and then the next thing that comes, the next person I give audience to. Once you've been released from that mental thing of where you feel like you're stuck, you're gonna be able to step off that throne to go into the community in order to help other people. And you're going to have a new understanding of that role you're supposed to play here, and you're going to really take it in stride. Okay, so it seems like it's you coming into your own, into a role, finding your way into a role here, like, and by role I mean ROLE, like into a position. Okay, coming into the position, really understanding what's expected of you, or what you want to make of it yourself. Okay, not so much what's expected of you, but what you want to come to make of it yourself. And I keep my eyes keep going here to that Egyptian, to the pyramids here, depiction of that at the bottom here in that Knight of Wands. So it seems as if also for some of you there's some travel, there is travel that's involved here. It's not just removal of obstacle. It's as if like if you are bound by legacy, if you are bound by what you inherited, if you are bound by that's how all my ancestors always did it, that's how I have to do it, the departure is from that. The departure in that sense, because the Egyptian, the legacy here, there's a sense of like inheritance here. Okay, the departure is from that. It's finding your own way in the way you want to do this, to carry out that role in how, which way you're going to fill that position. Okay, that's a departure there. And for some of you, it just means that you have to travel and far distance. You are working someone, because the King of Pentacles is also career, right? The career guy. You were working somewhere where you feel stuck by your position, by your job, the place you were to work. So now you on your way here. You just travel that's needed in order for you to get to a different location. You're traveling a great distance here from the desert, perhaps from the east to the west, right? In order for you to come into to share all those gains, right? You've been working in order for you to really there's a word I'm looking for here, not just share, to really come into your own community. Okay, to fulfill your role of, like, you don't even have to be a community leader, but to in order to it's like there's something here, Leo. There's a real sense of leadership. There's a real sense of responsibility. There's a real sense of, this is what I need to do. And the Hierophant deal with that as well, by the way. That's the next card. The Hierophant is the card of authority figures, right? The institutions, the church, the whether it's school, the universities, right? It's higher learning, right? Like he's holding the books here, book learning. And there's a real sense here of like, that's my responsibility, like as a elder of the family, or having that position. There is more to it. Okay, let's say you're a CEO, for example. You really, like, you don't want to be stuck in that position, or like you have to be in the office where you have to just kind of like delegate work. You want to be there with the people, like, okay, that you're trying to serve, that you're working for, to show them like the love, to share with them, to show face, to make a difference, to make a real difference in your community. So you're not going to, you're really going to expand that role in a way that's in more alignment with yourself. Okay, And at the bottom here, we have the page of cups, and that page of cups here, the fish has jumped out of the cup, right? The fish has jumped out of the cup, and it seems kind of surprised by it. It's an offering, right? It's a love offering, and it's an emotional offering. So whatever it is, this is for you, Leo. There's a sense of like, it's a sense of passion. Okay, we have like earthy energy on top, and at the bottom here we have the intellect, we have passion with the ones, and action, and we also have emotion. Okay, so what's on top of you is that it's being grounded. It's that earthy energy. It's that heavy hierophant energy of leadership, being in a leadership situation, being having real responsibility. And it's the same sense I got with that King of Pentacles here. Okay, you're responsible for other people, the other people you're supposed to dispense to. But what you're using here at the bottom, what it is that at your base here, you're using all of the other suits as well in order for you to achieve that goal. You're using your intellect. Whether if you feel stuck, you're gonna unstuck yourself. Someone's gonna come to help you. You're gonna find the help you need. Okay, and you're going to take action, fiery action, to move, to do what you're supposed to do with passion. You're gonna do it with passion, and you're going to use emotion as well. It's gonna be an emotional offering. When you give to these people, it's gonna be from a place of real. There's gonna be feelings attached to it, not just like, oh, it's my responsibility, this is my role, this is like the position asked for it. There's gonna be like real feelings, okay, along with it. And that seven of swords there at the bottom of the deck facing you. This is what I was telling you. This is how we started reading the message at our channel. It's as if like you are I'm surprised we don't have that two of, not so much the two of swords, but like the two of pentacles here. It's almost like you have two minds as like which way to go and how to interpret, what you're being offered or what you have here at your in your hands. But it's like, as we go through the message here, you understand it. You come to a deeper understanding of it, because here it's as if you're the one who's having doubts. You're the one who's kind of like trying to decide, how do I do this? Like this is not so much lies and teething, someone taking away from you. This is almost like you coming to understanding of like, perhaps you are lying to yourself, or perhaps you don't have to do it the way other people have done it in the past. You coming to a higher level of understanding of like, I can take this where I want to go, okay? Like, especially mentally, in the mental aspect of this. Like, I will remove any conflict from the situation. I will remove the five of swords. I will remove those and leave them behind if I must, okay? And take them away and leave those two of swords standing there. Balance, right? The two of swords is the card of full moon in not full moon per se, moon in Libra, but we have a full moon in Libra coming soon in a week, in the next week in April. So perhaps it is during that full moon in Libra coming that you will be able to remove the conflict, the mental conflict that you've been going through, as far as how are you going to carry on this role, this duty. And I'm gonna take some clarification card. I went on and on and on. I should have taken some clarification card earlier on for you, Leo, because I'm trying to keep this reading under 30 minutes. Spirit, can we give us some clarification here on the Six of Pentacles? Some clarification on the Six of Pentacles. And then we have the moon. Okay, and remember, this is what we just talked about, the moon, the full moon in Libra coming. So that understanding of you sharing, being part of the community, and you really bringing another aspect of it, the human aspect into it, especially if this is a work situation for you, Leo. This is during this full moon period. This is gonna come in full phase for you. Look at this. These two fishes are in the moon. This is a cosmic tarot, right? Those two fish are like feeding each other, right? You don't see you don't know which one was there first, where one ends. I think that's they don't call those fish. They're like salamander or something like that. But anyways, so it's as if like the sharing, understanding that we all connected. You cannot just sit there on the throne, even though you are in that leadership situation. You have to be among the people to really to that's what's gonna put you in higher in a higher um alignment, also higher awareness, and that's also gonna give you too. You're giving out to the people, you're helping out into your community, but you're also gonna gain from that experience as well. Okay, and I really feel like during that full moon coming up, this is gonna come into effect, or you're really gonna understand it, like that new perspective, that new way of doing, that decision is gonna be made as for how to go forward with this. And I'll take one more on the Page of Cups, some clarification for Leo friends on that Page of Cups. And also the moon deals with intuition, so also follow your intuition, Leo, about this, and I think you will. Some clarification on that Page of Cups for Leo friend spirit. Ooh. Some clarification on that Page of Cups. There we go. What do we have? Temperance. Beautiful. Beautiful. And again, another major arcana for you, Leo. Temperance card. So now we have two major arcana on the table. We have the moon, we have the Hierophant, and we have Temperance. Okay, we have 5, we have 18 with the moon, and we have Temperance, which is a card number 14. So and 14 drills down to a 5 again. So like that Temperance card, it seems like both cups are being like poured out, right? And she's looking the other way. There's a real sense of we did what we needed to do. And the Temperance card is also, it's clarifying that page of cups, that offering, that emotional offering, the emotional aspect of this, what you're dealing with right here. So it seems like it's as if like you understand that alchemical process here. You've come to an understanding on how to moderate yourself, on how to really find that balance. Okay, because Temperance is also about moderation, on how to moderate and how to find that balance. Who deserves more? Who can do with a little bit less? Okay, and like and by the way, for some of you, if you're dealing with a situation where someone was trying to pull one over you, you're not going to. It's just not gonna work. Okay, it's like it's just not gonna work. The only thing here I see where that 7 of Swords will come into effect is if you were deluding yourself, or you could not make up your mind, you were lying to yourself about the situation. But here I see we're having that 8 of Swords here, and her being cut out, that's gonna be taken care of as well. Okay, if you are stuck, you are not seeing clearly mentally, you were like in that place where you just couldn't see what's the best way to do this. This is that clarity is gonna come through you, especially during that full moon period here. You're gonna come to an understanding on how to use moderation, on how to really be able to provide for those that are, and we have the 6 of Cups underneath here, for those that you're responsible for, if you will. And I will pull Whispers of Love oracle card for you. For those of you, this is a love situation, and this is a love situation. It's just letting me know that you two, it's the same thing. You will allow a higher level of commitment to come. You will offer a higher level of commitment to whoever it is you are dealing with, or that person will offer you a higher level of commitment. You will no longer be able to stay in any kind of feeling of stagnation. You will no longer deal with lies and deceit and mischievousness, or trying to be shrewd and pull one over wherever it is, or someone else doing it for you. You will move away from that. You will move away from any feelings of being stuck and being blind, or acting like you're stuck. You don't see what that person needs of you. You're trying to deny someone else's their fair share, right? You're trying to not do what you're supposed to do in the relationship, and letting them do everything. You're gonna move away from all of that. That you will no longer, if it was you doing it, trying to oh, I don't know what you need, or going about your day petting your pet and just like, oh, I have so much, I already give you money, what else do you need from me? You're gonna move away from that. The obstacle is gonna clear. Okay, and especially if you're far away from each other, you're going to travel to come closer to that person, in order for you to really share, to be in community with each other. Okay, to find that balance within your relationship, and that's gonna allow you to really show the emotion that perhaps they were looking for, and they need it from you, and you're gonna be able to show them more emotions too. Okay, up to the floor, right? And I'm gonna use my foot to bring it back, because I don't want to be on camera. All right, what do we have here? Love is all around you. Leo, love is all around you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have practice compassion. Okay? See things from a fresh perspective. Yes. Okay. This is just so beautiful. Do you know? Oh, I just love it. I love how spirit works. And this is number 15, by the way. See things from a new perspective. And this is what we have here, Leo. You are gonna see things from a new perspective. And I told you, wasn't so much about someone doing it to you. It was you doing it from. It was you doing it to yourself, trying to be shrewd and pulling one over someone else. If this is a love situation, okay, and you're going to change that. You're going to change that. It seems like during this full moon period, it's almost like you're going to make the decision yourself, consciously make the decision yourself to move away from that energy. And that was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, practice compassion. You're going to show compassion to your loved one, and you're going to be able to share more. And love is all around you is the card that came out for you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Love is all around you, Leo. So there is opportunity to show love to anyone at any moment. There is someone, there is a tree, there is a bird, there is something around you, okay, that could use a little bit of love, a little bit of compassion. So there is always an opportunity to express love, to exercise that great feeling of loving, okay, and use it. And I think you're going to start doing that. You're not gonna keep on walking around like you're blindfolded, like you cannot see, you cannot feel, like you're stuck, you don't know what to do with your hands, you don't know what to do. No, you will be released from that energy. You're about to be released from that energy, that feeling of shrewdness, of not paying attention to that's around you, to just being in a place of ego. I feel like that's that's the feeling, that's what's leaving you. Okay, you're going to find the temperance, your temperance, new perspective, especially if it's in a matter of love. And for some of you, having that Six of Cups here at the bottom, there is a reconciliation that will be once you change that perspective here. And I would like to pull the oracle card for you. This is from the Sacred Geometry. Okay, here we go. 16, Shakana. And I always read those from the book. And usually I try to hold them up. And in the past few readings I've done, I haven't been doing that. But I'm going to do that for you. For some reason, Spirit is asking me to do that. So this is for you, Leo. Shakana number 16. Progress. Yes, progress is being made here, okay? Choosing this card reminds you to acknowledge the place at which you stand at this moment in time and place. From this vantage point, visualize the past, present, and future as holographic and whole, multidimensional, in a constant state of change, and yet perfect in every moment. Okay? So this is like the Shakana is the square cross of the Andean people of the South America. So this is almost like a summary of what you're going through right now, Leo. Okay, that same thing with change in perspective. If it's a love situation, it's the same message as if it's a message receiving if it's a spiritual development or even a work situation you're dealing with, because it's saying from this vantage point, visualize the past, present, and future as holographic and whole, multi-dimensional, in a constant state of change. Because even with the Knight of Wands, I felt like with having the pyramids here, I felt like there was a sense of inheritance, or a sense of legacy, right, that was passed on to you. And there's a real sense of like changing perspective. There's sometimes we tend to like to burn the bridge and kind of like to put a negative spin in what was in the past. It doesn't have to be so necessarily, right? And it's kind of like the same, it's like parallel understanding of that Six of Pentacles. Having given each one of those men that came before one pentacle each, You don't have to put a negative spin into that, because now you're at a point you can give 3 pentacles to that elderly man that clearly needs it. And it's the same thing. If you choose to carry your role, to carry your position in a different way than your predecessors, than your ancestors, than your parents and your foreparents, that doesn't mean the way they were doing it was necessarily wrong, okay, or that you have to put a negative spin in them. It's just that you have come into a new perspective for this moment of time where you stand right now at this moment. This is what you feel like is needed, and this is what you're going to do, and that is just fine. Okay, so I hope that this reading resonates with you, Leo, and you have a beautiful rest of April. Thank you so much for your continued support, and remember, love is the only answer. Bye.